So if you just clicked on this video, you're probably here for my reaction on the new Tiffany Blue Dial 5711 Patek Philippe. I mean, what the heck is going on right now? You know, initially, when I saw it on Instagram, because nowadays that's where we pretty much get all our news for almost anything. So I see the picture of the dial and I think to myself, this has to be a joke. For a second there, I had to almost realize that we're in the beginning of December and not on April, where it could be an April Fool's joke. So at first I thought, this can't be real. So I went ahead and put it in Google, and sure enough, I get a Forbes ad, I get CNBC, everything saying that it's real. And then when it really sunk in, it's when I saw that case back. I mean, at that point, I was just kind of like, what the hell's going on? I mean, really? Really? That's where we're going with this? Now? Right after we just did the green dial? That's almost at $500,000? I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Do I like the look of it? Yeah, it's gonna be a hot watch. I mean, why not? It seems nowadays where, you ever seen that Flex Seal commercial where they just slap on the tape on anything? It's like, just slap on a Tiffany Blue Dial on anything and it'll sell. Yes, of course it's gonna sell. Of course it's gonna be a hot watch. But the real question is, why? Why would they do this? What is the need? And is there a need? That's what I want to talk about. So one of the biggest questions that I have is, or I guess angles to this, is just look, I feel that it would have had more of an impact had they have done this before there's an Oyster Perpetual $6,000 retail 41 millimeter with the Tiffany Blue Dial, considering that Rolex doesn't even have a partnership with Tiffany, period. Although it's not exactly the same color, people still call it the Tiffany Blue Dial, and it's got the same effect. I mean, at this level in the watch game that I'm in, personally, I do respect the Oyster Perpetual Tiffany Dial, but I have zero interest in wearing one or collecting one. Just not for me. So the fact that it came out after the Oyster Perpetual kind of just, I don't know, it just feels kind of cheesy now. That's just my only thing. Again, it's gonna be a hot watch, it's gonna sell, oh my God, everyone's heads are gonna explode over it. But for me, I was just kind of like, what the heck's going on? Then let's get into the tradition. I mean, Patek is one of those brands that for me has always just been all about tradition. When they came out with that green dial, I almost thought it was a bit more of that Flex Seal tape again and just slap on a green dial on anything and it resolves. But I went for it. I said, you know, it's the last of the Nautilus, whatever. They came out with a green dial. I don't know. I think it's a little bit too sudden, almost not even necessary, but definitely they wanted to get everybody's attention and just show that they could take what they already just did to a completely different level. And with that, they already have. There's already collectors out there saying that they'll put $1.5 million for whoever can bring them one of the first ones. $1.5 million? I don't see it. For the record, guys, I don't agree with all these prices, okay? Yes, I sell watches. Yes, I'm a watch vlogger. And yes, I'm in the business. But don't think for a second I agree with all these prices. I mean, $1.5 million for a 5711? I guess. No wonder they got the cops there. Someone's gonna walk away with that bench. It's Miami after all. For me, Patek is just one of those brands that doesn't really offer all these fancy shiny colors. That's something more kind of like what AP does, you know? I'm just saying, AP is always giving you a bit more options when it comes to the color spectrum. Patek has always been more of a gentleman's watch, more of a conservative brand. I cannot believe they did that Tiffany blue. I get it. They're in partnership with Tiffany. If anybody can do it, it's them because of the partnership. But what's next? Are they gonna start offering us paint to sample dial options on these watches? I mean, hey, I'll take a 5980 with a candy green dial. I mean, what the heck is going on here? I mean, where are they going with all these options? What's the plan? Or is this just a very limited one-time thing that's gonna occur? I'm not sure. At this point, I think it should pretty much have a tourbillon for that price. If it's gonna be going over retail and it's gonna be that special and that much groundbreaking and breaking the mold and the tradition, I mean, hit us with a turb or something. Hit us something, I don't know, what's next? What is Patek gonna do next with the Nautilus? Or they're gonna hit us with a skeleton? I mean, come on. Just saying, I mean, it's almost snowballing too much. I just feel that it's oversaturating, overdoing it. Again, do I like the watch? Yeah, I'm not hating on the watch. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be cool. Do I want one? No, maybe just for the price factor, you know, the whole $1 million Nautilus type of thing. But do I really like it? Nah, it won't be the one I'll pick up out of a lineup if they were all the same price. But again, when is it enough and where does it stop? 170 pieces. We already know what's gonna happen. 70 are going to collectors and 100 are going to the gray market. You already know how that goes. But 170 pieces, I mean, since when is Patek one of those brands that releases limited pieces on the regular? I don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like at all. The whole limited piece thing. I'm not feeling it. But then again, let's see what happens when this new piece drops. So as much as I'm shocked by the news of the new Tiffany blue dial, you know, I tend to think, are they too big to fail? I'm not talking about the brand, because you know, they say that all the time, well, the company's too big to fail. No, I'm thinking, is the following too big to fail? You know, the demand and the following might be so big that it can't fail, because let's face it, the following is big and the demand is growing every single day in that watch, and it's gonna be a success. What I don't understand is what's the need and how do I feel about the brand. I mean, I still love the brand, don't get me wrong, but it just kind of gave me that little bit of that click down a bit where I'm like, what are they gonna do next? I'm only hoping that next year they kind of cool down with all these releases of the 5711 and just chill out with it. That's what I'm hoping. Best thing about this new Tiffany blue dial release is for all of you at home that have a Tiffany stamped Patek right now, the price is gonna go up. When something new comes out and the price is so extreme, it usually pulls up the models below it. Happens all the time. I mean, then again, it didn't happen with the blue dial 5711 after the green came out. But chances are that it's gonna bring up the prices of all of them. And Lord knows that a Tiffany stamp on any Nautilus increases the price almost by double. And the last thing I'm gonna say is, how crazy is it that no one's gotten a call yet at the AD? I mean, we pretty much just saw it Monday morning. But yet there's one that's gonna be auctioned already in the Phillips auction. I mean, what is this? It's almost like the most ridiculous play I've ever seen. I mean, oh, not ridiculous, but pretty much predictable, I guess is the best way to put it. I mean, there's not much more to say. Just trying to wrap up this year, finish up my sales, and hopefully Patek or some other brand doesn't do some like ridiculous, shocking thing for the end of the year. There's still 3 weeks left, so. RIP to our drone that's up there at the Cartier store roof. Bastards won't let us get it. You guys. So comment below what you think about Patek's latest move with the Tiffany blue dial on the Nautilus. And if you like this video, like and share it with someone. Also, subscribe to my new YouTube channel.